It is Thursday, February 25th, 2021. This is the Early Edge, powered by SportsLine, or as I like to call it, the standard in the business. Coming off another winning night at the Early Edge, thanks to Tom. Take the bass out of your voice, Fornelli, going 2-0 yesterday in Champions League soccer, 1-1 on Tuesday in Champions League soccer. So really picking us up here on the show the last couple of days. By the way, the WGC tees off in just a little bit. If you haven't put your plays in from our show yesterday, go back and watch real quick or look it up on social media. You can still get those plays in before the first tee time tees off in just a little bit. But let's bring in our cappers. You know the names, you know the faces. They're our guys. Right below me, M Squared is ready to go. What's up, Mikey?
Not much, Coach. Ready, like you mentioned, the golf tournament kicking off. Going to kick back on the couch, watch some golf this morning, too. I can't wait.
You're damn right. I love early tee times and PGA Tour Live. And the man right next to us, he's our leader. He's our guy. He's the maestro. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Mikey's been carrying us lately, and I'm going to try to do my part today.
Stop it.
I'm serious.
Stop it.
I'm serious.
Here we go. It's time for storylines that could affect the betting lines today. M Squared, you're up first.
All right, Coach. Not a massive NBA slate, but we do have some big news. Kristaps Porzingis, Maxi Kleber, both questionable for the Dallas Mavericks against the Philadelphia 76ers. Based on where the market is currently, I would expect both of them to play, but it is something to monitor, as I do think Porzingis is still truly questionable, and he could be limited in some capacity tonight in this game. For the Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Durant remains out. Landry Shamet and Jeff Green are both questionable to play tonight for them. That's a big matchup with Orlando, who's playing well right now. And then for the Denver Nuggets, they remain injured. We've got JaMychal Green, Paul Millsap, PJ Dozier, Gary Harris. All of those guys are going to be out. And then for Milwaukee, Drew Holiday is still doubtful, but it does sound like he's getting a little closer to his return for the Milwaukee Bucks.
All right, very good. 6 games on the docket today. By the way, the second half of the NBA schedule came out yesterday. The Lakers, 21 national TV games in the second half. If they played like they played last night, they won't want to be on national TV. All right, Maestro, what do you got for us today?
Can you believe it, Coach? Conference tournaments are starting today. The Horizon League today, America East tomorrow. We're going to see some crazy seedings. Like in the Horizon, for example, Detroit is 10-10, yet they're the 5 seed. Oakland is Detroit is 10-6 and they're the 5 seed. Oakland is 10-10 and they're the 3 seed, because there's these crazy formulas based not only on winning percentage, but strength of schedule, road wins versus home wins, each conference doing it differently. So a lot of interesting things that we might be able to take advantage of.
You cannot emphasize it enough. Start times, lines, when teams are playing. If you're not following SportsLine or you're not a SportsLine member, you need to do it, or you're going to be out there on your own island. Speaking of SportsLine, by the way, nice little segue. We're doing a huge giveaway this week. 5-year-long free subscription to SportsLine. That's an unbelievable value and deal when you get all the simulations, all the cappers, everything. Here's all you got to do. Go over to Apple Podcasts, leave us a 5-star review. In that review, leave us your winner for this year's Stanley Cup. Then leave your Twitter handle so we can get a hold of you, and that's all you got to do. Coming up on Monday, I will announce those 5 winners. Also, don't forget about our perfect parlay contest. If one of our cappers goes perfect on the show, you believe your best bet in our YouTube comments. See that? It's a parlay. You're eligible to win a year-long subscription. We've given out nearly 10 in the last week. I thought we'd give out like 1 every 6 months. No, our guys are on absolute fire. So here we go. Time to look at our board, our SportsLine app play of the day. We're going back to the NHL. Bruins -135 over the Islanders. That comes from Jeff Huckman, the West Coast wise guy. Boston is 9-2 in their last 11 games with 3 or more days of rest, and 18-5 in his past 23 games in New York. Take the Bruins on the money line. There you go. Now it's time for our guys. And my guy, M Squared, is up first. Give it to me.
All right, Coach. Only 2 plays that I like tonight in the NBA, but I like them both quite a bit. I've got the Philadelphia 76ers -4.5 against the Dallas Mavericks. I hope we can avoid Luka ripping my heart out again tonight. But I love the spot for the Sixers on TNT. I mentioned that Kristaps Porzingis was questionable. I do think that he's going to end up suiting up and playing here. This line might come down to -4, maybe even -3.5 as bettors out there look to take the Mavericks as they become closer to full strength. However, I think the Philadelphia 76ers are the better team. Both of these teams are very similar in terms of offensive efficiency, but there's a very, very clear edge in terms of defensive efficiency. Throw in the fact that it's a TNT game, a lot of motivation for Joel Embiid as he looks to win the MVP this year in the NBA. Give me the Sixers minus 4.5 here. I make them minus 6.4 in my simulations. Second game, Washington Wizards. You know, I've been on them just a little bit as of late. They have been playing a lot better, especially when they are not on the second night of a back-to-back. They're going to have both Westbrook and Beal out there. They seem to have figured that out quite a bit. This is a spot where people would typically look to fade them as they go to altitude at Denver. However, I like them in this spot. Denver is thin, as I mentioned at the top of the show. They played this matchup in D.C. recently, and they had Gary Harris and JaMychal Green available and still lost outright, obviously failed to cover as favorites. I don't know if they're going to lose outright again this time, but I like the Wizards to stay within the 7. I make them only plus 4.2 in the simulation. So it's one of the bigger edges we've seen in the last 2 weeks in the NBA.
They have been playing a lot better. And I will say this, it's really funny how the gambling gods can kind of make things even. Luka ripped our hearts out 2 nights ago. But then last night, our man Dort from the Oklahoma City Thunder nails a 3 at the buzzer to win by 3 and cover that short spread. So it all kinds of evens out for us. All right, Maestro, you're up, sir. I know you got 4 plays today. Is that right? 4?
Yeah, I got a lot of things I like today, and I had to narrow it down. But I'll start with that Detroit team that we just talked about in the Horizon, playing Robert Morris for the 3rd straight time. They won by 11. They won by 19. They're laying 10 tonight. It was 9 and 9.5. The books have adjusted a little bit. Robert Morris is leading scorer, announced a transfer a couple weeks ago, and Detroit is highly motivated because they got, they don't think they got treated well with the number 5 seed. They were also ineligible for postseason play last year, so I think they win by double digits. And then SIUE, 5 straight losses, but a very competitive loss to Morehead State last time out, and I think they get it done today. Minus 5.5 against UT Martin. This is a team they beat by 16 on the road, a team that's lost 4 straight, a team that also tends to get blown out on the road. So I laid 5.5 there. And then probably the game of the day, Michigan, Iowa. I got in at 4.5. It's going up. I would still lay 5 with Michigan. They're undefeated at home. Iowa's playing well. They've won 4 straight, but their defense is ranked in the 70s in terms of efficiency. And I think Michigan is going to score at will. This is going to be an amazing game, but look for Michigan to win by, I'd say, 6-10. And then one play in the NBA, I like the Knicks. Coming off that loss to the Warriors, Elfrid Payton is doubtful tonight, and I think that actually could help because Derrick Rose is playing great, and he should have gotten more time against the Warriors. He was plus 12 in a game that they lost by 8. He's probably going to start at point guard for the Knicks. The Kings have lost 8 straight, failed to cover 8 straight, giving up 125 plus per game in that streak. So take the Knicks minus 1.5.
Well, the one thing our cappers are great about is riding a trend until the wheels fall off. That's exactly what we do, and it has been cashing for us at an alarming rate. Okay, we are up against it. Grab your paper, grab your pencil. Jeweler, thank you very much. Let's start with them squared. He likes the Sixers tonight, minus 4.5. Hopefully we won't see that big arcing shot that leaves the screen and then goes down through the basket from Luka. Hopefully it won't come down to that. Minus 4.5 over the Mavericks. And then the Wizards playing in Denver tonight, plus 7 over the Nuggets. The Nuggets missing a lot of players tonight as well. Then the Maestro, he has 4 plays on his board today. Michigan, minus 5. They were outstanding against Ohio State on Sunday. I thought it was the game of the year. They're tremendous. Juwan Howard has been playing great basketball. Minus 5 over Iowa. SIU Edwardsville, minus 5.5. This is going to make the Maestro's followers very, very happy. For some reason, this team and Drake, people just go, let's go, let's go. And then Detroit Mercy. Remember, conference tournaments start today. Conference tournaments can have noon start times, 2:30 start times. Make sure you check your start times and get your plays in accordingly. And then finally in the NBA, he likes the Knicks minus 1.5 over the Kings. Remember the number, 0-8, straight up 0-8 against the spread is the streak that the Kings are on. And finally, our SportsLine app play of the day. The Bruins in the NHL, minus 135. Take them on the money line. You've got your marching orders. 7 plays, and I feel good about it. Let's take every single ticket straight to the pay window. It's Thursday. We got golf. We got hockey. We got basketball. We got it all. That's what we do here. For M Squared, for the Maestro, for Chief, for the Jeweler, I'm the coach. This is the only place for your daily early edge. Good luck.